office.
That's the biggest one.
Yeah.
Office.
That's a good one for you.
I use
Okay.
my office.
As soon as he's recording, I'll answer it.
You're good.
I'm not convinced, Joseph.
It's recording.
Oh, it is?
Oh, yeah.
All right. So the objection was, I'm at 100% office. Mark, that's awesome. But if I can actually do the math with you, if we actually broke your income down, and I could show you how you get somewhere between a 12 and a 25% pay raise, are you open to looking at your numbers?
Sure.
When do you want to do it?
Today?
There you go. Now you'll hear, no, it's impossible, can't be done, blah, 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 right? You just seen us do it when somebody had absolutely zero expense, none, not a zip, and it was $27,000 more. So don't be intimidated by that. The answer then is to get them on a three-way call, go watch the video, because just so you know, if you want us to do a three-way call, either one of us, anybody really that does this, they must watch the video first.
Yes.
If we don't see that they registered, we're not doing that call, because
Right.
you cannot explain the process
It's way too hard.
on a phone.
Way
So they
smart.
must do that before we do it. So you go ahead and watch the video. It's 30 minutes now, so it's not going to bust anybody's back, right? And once you do that, then we just sit down and do the math just like we did. And that's the best deal of all, right? He owned his own company, zero overhead, no nothing. Everything went, and yet it was still $27,000 more. So don't be intimidated by 100%.
Yep.
All right, what else?
I paid $2.99 for a transaction.
Awesome. Charlotte, if I could take and show you how you could take and get anywhere from a 12 to 25% increase in revenue, would you be open to that?
Sure.
Great. Let's schedule a time where we can sit down and break your income down, and then let's see how it works.
Yeah. And I wanted to ask you guys this. Do you guys hear, because I get this a lot, and I love this. I love this question. You guys are a multi-level marketing company.
Yeah.
Yeah? I get it all the time.
Yeah.
And I love it. And I say this is exactly what I say. Have you heard of KW? We're just like KW. Do you think KW is a multi-level marketing company? The reason why I say that, because I want them to say no. And I said exactly, we're just like KW, but we do revenue share and not profit share, paid 7 levels deep. That is it. They're like, wow. They tell me that all the time. You guys are a multi-level marketing company. You guys are a multi-level marketing brokerage firm. I said, oh really, are we? I said, have you heard of KW? Yeah? We're just like KW. Oh really? We're paid revenue share off the top. You guys are paid profit share off the bottom, 7 levels deep. How is that multi-level marketing? It just shuts them up. It's true. Everybody thinks we are a multi-level marketing company. We're not. We're a brokerage firm. We're not a multi-level marketing company. We're not a direct sales company. We're selling real estate. You have to have your broker's license or your real estate license to be a part of it. And it just shuts them up.
You realize the revenue share is a referral fee, right? It's really what it is. That's why you have to have a license.
Yeah.
So, no, I get referral fees from 7 different tiers of agents. Now, I answer the question a little bit differently, but I get to the same place. But my first answer to it is, if they go, well, it's an MLM. I go, do you like MLMs? If they go, yeah, I go, yeah, it is.
No, I don't.
Here's the cool part, though. Instead of like selling,
No.
instead of selling vitamins where you make 20 cents on a vitamin, when somebody sells a house, like the worst case scenario, I get like a 1% referral fee on every transaction they do. Is that better than selling a vitamin? So if they do that, that's all I say to them. When they don't, then I answer what if they go, no, I don't. Great. You ever heard of Keller Williams? Yeah, biggest company in the world, right? Amazing company, right? Great reputation, right? And so I do that. That's why I do great, right? And that's why I throw out the benefits. Well, we're structured exactly like them with one difference. We pay revenue, they pay profit. Would you rather have money off the top, Charlotte, or money off the bottom?
Yep.
It's the only
And ask
difference.
those questions because you want them to answer it.
The other thing too is I just do it again. I do it a little different because I don't even do it without. I do it now without thinking. Right? I ask you, did you do
Right.
that? Right. Because what did I get? Like because I was looking right at Charlotte when I did it. What was her head doing?
Going up and down.
I got her doing that. Right?
Yeah.
Right.
But I love my broker.
Are you gonna hate him if you leave? I want you to like your broker. Here's the deal, Mark. Let me ask you this: what's more important to you, your family or your broker?
My family.
If I could show you how to get like a 12 to 32% increase in revenue doing the exact same work that you did last year, is that something you'd be open to?
Of course.
If they go, but I really love my broker. Hey, Mark, do me a favor. Are you single or married? Are you single?
Married.
Married. Do me a favor, give me your wife's phone number, because I'm going to call her and ask her. I want to sit down with you, show you the difference in income, and then I'm going to ask her what her thought is, right? So I did that with your husband, didn't I? Now, we were joking about it, but because I said that's what I do. Because if I sit there and show you how to get a $27,000 pay raise, and on average, that would be somebody doing somewhere between $80,000 and $100,000 when they break their income down, and I'm going to give you a 25% pay raise, and you go, yeah, but I'm just loyal. Dude, I'm calling your wife, because if I call your wife and tell her, hey, he can make an extra 25 grand doing exactly what he did last year, what do you think about that, ma'am? And what do you think the spouse is going to say?
Yeah. And I always like to say this too. Ask them this. When was the last time that your broker paid you? And they'll shut them up. They'll just look at you like deer in the headlights. So does your broker pay your mortgage? Nope. Why not? Just silence. Just shut up and just see what they say.
The key to that was ask the question, why not, and shut up. That's the key to that. That's how you do it.
Yeah. And then it just opens up dialogue to start talking a little bit more about EXP and the model. Hey, obviously don't show them and tell them the model, but just it gives you the opportunity to say, hey, you know what? I think you might like this video. Can I send you this link to this short webinar? Would you mind registering and taking a look at it? Sure. It explains everything. Then you're gonna have questions, and let's get on a phone call. And that's it. Everybody loves their broker. But when was the last time that your broker paid you? We're so used of the blockbuster model of us paying our brokers. When was the last time that your broker paid you? I ask that question all the time, and it just gets them just thinking, what are you talking about? Take a look at this video, and then we'll talk, and I'll tell you why I'm excited and why this opportunity has changed my life. I'll gladly pay my brokerage firm $16,000 every single year for them to pay me $189,000. They're like,
That was
what?
last year's.
That was last year.
Right.
Yeah, that was last year total. And I use those numbers because they're real numbers, and it's an intimate conversation. It's an intimate conversation, and those numbers are not to be shared. But I want to show them, hey, this is a real opportunity. These are my real numbers. I'm not lying about these numbers.
Chris.
These are real, and this is what's happening out there to these agents. It can happen to you too.
So I have an agent coming on board right now. His application was turned in last week. My broker's my best friend. He was my best man at my wedding. Awesome. So when you talk to him, right, so when you heard Larry and you're talking about their needs, well, his wife had surgery late last year. He was off for 6 months, no income. And I said his name is Mo. I was like, hey, Mo, let me ask you this, man. Did your best friend, who happens to be your broker, when he knew you weren't able to earn any income, did he offer to make your car payment or your mortgage payment or anything like that for you? He's like, hell no. I was like, I only have 2 questions. A, how's that your best friend? And B, why in the hell is that your broker? If you're my best friend and I know you're in trouble, I'm going to help you out. And you know what? It took about 4 months, but because that's what I kept coming back to. No, it's like, what did he do for you when your back was up against the wall? Who was there? What would have happened if you had $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a month in revenue share coming in? These would have been totally different for me. So imagine having your wife on your deathbed and not being able to work to earn money. So the financial stress of all that. And here he doesn't have to have that.
It's powerful. So powerful.
What are those?
I don't want to do any of this recruiting thing. I just want to sell real estate.
You don't have to.
Sweet.
You don't have to.
Well, how do I make all that money?
Get the agents to watch the video and over to me, and I'll do it for you. That's what I say. I say, hey, listen, you know what? I can't go do this for you. This wasn't done for me. But you know what? I had the opportunity shown to me and said how easy it is just to talk to a few agents. I talked to 28 agents. Say it took you 5 years. Could you talk to 28 agents about EXP in the next 5 years?
So here's my answer. Hey, Fred, that's perfect. Let me ask you this, though. If I could take and increase your income somewhere between 12 and 32% by adding 1 sentence to your vocabulary, would you want to know what that sentence is?
Sure would.
Great. Watch that video, and then we'll talk afterwards.
Yeah.
Are you an EXP agent already, young lady? No? Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, you get to listen to some cool stuff then.
Okay.
Okay. You're here for the lunch and learn, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Well, you're going to get some inside stuff here.
Okay.
You're getting good
Yeah.
stuff here.
Matt.
I got 5 listings and my broker's not gonna let me leave.
We'll just plan it out and time it
Yeah, I
out.
just say, I mean, that's case by case scenario. I just say, listen, whatever ICA agreement you sign with your broker, you're gonna have to figure that out. I can help you and try and get creative. Whenever I moved from my boutique brokerage firm over to EXP, I had 8 listings, 8 contracts in escrow, and I just gave them a 15% referral fee for them to release my listings over to EXP because I didn't want to miss this opportunity, and it's worth giving up a little bit to get what I have now.
And so it depends, like those CB, ICAs and that were big penalties.
yeah.
You just gotta work your way through that in time, that's all.
You know.
So that's normal stuff that
Yeah.
and anybody who ever thinks about leaving does.
Yeah.
So how many guys would be willing to pay like a 15% referral fee to move faster? So any of you guys that were on my webinar where I said, hey, how EXP cost me $441,000 in 1 year working at EXP, the reason is because I waited 8 months to do anything. And that's what it cost me. The truth is, now that the stock has gone higher, it's closer to like 800,000. Because I messed around for 8 months.
Yeah, it's huge,
It's
guys.
painful. What other ones?
So, I've been hearing about this bubble in real estate coming back. How's this startup company that nobody's heard about, how are they gonna survive if we have another financial crash?
The 12,000 agents have already heard about us.
Well,
Took Keller Williams 23 years to get to 10,000. 12,000 of us heard about it in 8.5 years.
Yeah.
I mean, do you have any plans and works to help agents?
So what I tell them, and that's a great question because that does come up a lot, is, and I got this from Gene Frederick. He said, Pat, whenever we have a correction in our market, that's whenever EXP is going to grow the fastest. We don't have all the heavy expenses of the brick and mortar, all the overhead that agents, for one, now don't even go into. So for right now, we don't have it. So whenever a correction is going to come, okay, and these brokers can't pay the heavy expenses of the overhead of the brick and mortar, that's whatever those brokerages are going to come to our model.